Hey there guys, it's the Camel again and welcome back to Camel Kingdom, in fact the pirate area, and it's the Puerto Pirata I called it, which would be from the pronunciation wise it would be total crap, but yeah, that's how I pronounce it, so yeah, that's the way, so you can call it, that's the Camel way of pronouncing it. Anyways, just before we go into this episode, and I'm not going to tell too much about this episode because obviously yesterday there was the big update, the summer update, and I'm pretty sure that most of you will now have to check the update yourself and go into detail with it, and you know, it's basically all about the update, and this episode is recorded before the update, so it's definitely before the 1.3 update, so it's 1.2.3, I guess, gameplay in a way. But nevertheless, I'm going to explain a little bit what I'm doing today, and you will get at least 2 more episodes, maybe even 3, I don't know, but I try to keep it 2 of this 1.2.3, well, from the older gameplay, because I just had a pretty nice stream 1 week ago, and yeah, it was definitely such an amazing stream. So we kept it pretty long, and so there was a lot of footage which I have to get into an episode, and yeah, the footage is already speeded up quite a bit, and I don't want to make it even more speed it up or sped up. I might just enlarge the footage of this episode a little bit, because it's not that long, but I think otherwise it would be a little bit annoying, but I'll look into it if I make the next episode a really long one, so that we can next time go on with the new game actual. By the way, I think that even though we do have the update now, in terms of this area over here, there is not that big of a change in terms of the update. There is not really anything I will need, except maybe the beautiful now animated flag, so the generic flag which you can put on a custom texture. I'm pretty sure that I will use this one a lot of times in this area, but that may be the only thing I will actually use. So firework is something I will definitely use for another occasion. Then we have the new scenery assets, which I think I might just use maybe some of those iron holding systems for the TV screens, maybe as some iron assets for this area over here, I don't know, maybe. And also, I don't know if I can use the billboards in this area. I do have some ideas, of course, to use them as I've shown in the billboard video already, so I will definitely look into making a little bit of a pond where we have some golden stuff inside, and maybe a skull or so, and maybe have some, you know, just little stuff going on inside the pond, and that's basically the only idea I have with the billboards for this area, but I have plenty of ideas for other areas as well. That said, I also had an idea for the dark ride, which was planned for this area, but nevertheless, it's definitely a huge step ahead with those billboards, but I'm not going to talk too much about it. If you're interested in the possibilities and options you have with the billboards, just go and watch my video from yesterday, or maybe from tonight, or I don't know which time it is for you, because I uploaded it quite late, and so you might just look into it. Anyways, what I'm going to prepare in this episode is another structure which should be kind of blend into the idea which I have introduced in the last episode, that I will definitely use some ancient architecture from the area which this kind of fictive Puerto, this kind of harbor, this fictive harbor would be located. So the Puerto Pirata would be, damn, I feel myself that this is a strange pronunciation, maybe I have to look into it. It could be Puerto Pirata, Puerto Pirata, I have no idea, something like that, but I'm not too good at pronouncing. I even had Spanish in school, but I'm so bad at it. Yeah, but it's just another approach on this kind of idea that I want to use ancient architecture of the conquerors to at least give a certain idea how the pirates could have just overtook the harbor area over the years and then just build up their own stuff on top of it. And this is kind of a really old structure, so it's really like it's even going into a little bit of a castle in a way, so like a really old Spanish castle, which is then grayish and some dark gray-green tones in a way. I don't know if that is you can guess that from this time lapse, but I tried to at least get in some greenish tones. But yeah, so mainly this idea is of this harbor, as I said also in the last episode, that we will have some architecture going on, which is definitely not pirate related in its original sense, because those people who have been there are just like the conquerors who have conquered the south of America, and not just the pirates who have kind of built a harbor, because that's basically not how it goes. It's as some of the people already have been commented on the last video, which is really interesting. It's basically that kind of the harbors get more and more crime going on there, and so the more crime goes on the harbors, the more possibilities were for kind of those, yeah, like pirate. They at the beginning they weren't really pirates. They were just people who just don't stick to the law, and in the end they kind of get together as a group who all don't stick to the law, and in the end they kind of have gotten pirate in a way. And this is also the idea, because after a while they definitely just overtook in a natural way this kind of harbor. So it's not like there is a pirate ship coming into the harbor and just bombing away a few towers and then just said just like, okay, that's our harbor. That's not how it was. It's like over time more and more people of this kind of yeah, I don't want to call them bad people, because it depends on the point of view actually, but you know, those people who don't stick to the laws which have been set for this harbor, the more they come into this, and they kind of overtook it in a natural way by just getting more people not sticking to the law than people sticking to the law. And so after a time it's kind of a pirate bay in a way, and this is how it goes. And as I said in the last episode, of course I was just trying to explain that this will be a South American area, and I just wanted to point out that there were of course like a few more than just the Puerto Ricans, sorry, the Portuguese people. Of course the majority would be Spanish or French or even Dutch, but from my point of view, this area over here is mainly Spanish or Spain inspired architecture. As I said, I guess I said this in the last episode, I'm pretty sure I did. And I also saw a comment from somebody from Puerto Rico, and I'm so sorry for the wrong pronunciation. I have no idea. I might just look for the next episode. I will try to go to Google and let just a native speaker speak it, and I try to be a little bit better on it. I could guess it's since the R should be a little bit more pronounced, it could be Puerto Rico or something like this, but I can't roll the R. I don't know why, but I simply just forget how to do this. I could do this, but I just forgot how to do it. Anyway, that's basically, as I said, the idea, and there's not more interesting stuff to say now. Just it's basically about this kind of tower, old tower, old castle thing, which is built into this little mountain over there going on, and that's it about this episode. So yeah, hopefully you still like it. At the end of this week or starting of next week, you will definitely get some completely fresh new update stuff. But for now, this is kind of the footage I have, and why should I hold it back from you, right? So it's those changes are in terms of this area are so subtle that you kind of don't realize. Anyways, so guys, I'll wish you a really nice day, a really nice evening, or whatever, like always, which time you are. Just enjoy, and see you then, or hear you then in the next episode. Bye bye.